I wish I just put all my money in Bitcoin. I started investing in Bitcoin at under $1,000. And I did fund some startups that were successful exits, but I still would have been better off staying in pure Bitcoin. Don't try and outsmart yourself. More importantly, though, you got to realize that you're human, and humans make errors. I'm trying to own this. It certainly is a painful error. I would just say to people out there, trust but verify. Understand that you cannot, there's very few things that you can predict with 100% certainty. I would like to, if I was able to do it over again, I would have potentially fallen for the same, well, not fallen, but I didn't properly size my investment. So always size your investment properly according to your risk.
Bitcoin Zella stands out with its simplicity and clarity. We've crafted an experience that anyone can dive into, whether you're a crypto expert or just a new to the crypto world. Now guess who keeps his eye on us? The author of best-selling book Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. And we want to take this opportunity and thank all the people who trusted us, and we read every comment. And the best part, it's free. Subscribing now means you will get all new information for free. Don't just follow the trends, stay ahead of them. Subscribe to Bitcoin Zella today and enjoy the new edge. Greg Foss shares his best advice for new crypto investors, time away from the public Bitcoin space and lessons learned along the way, Bitcoin progress over the last year, and where we may go next.
Well, let's start with over the last year, some of the progress that's been made. You can talk about the ETFs, but they were inevitable. They started in Canada a couple of years earlier than it was in the United States. So it's hard to believe that Canada was a leader in the ETF space, the Bitcoin ETF space. But yeah, we were. We expected it to come to the US. What's really important is what the research that BlackRock's putting out right now on Bitcoin and grasping some of the nuggets that the Bitcoin community has been using for literally 8 years. You know, the concept of digital gold. Pretty simple, but, you know, it's when BlackRock says it, it has a little bit more penetration within the community. They say it's a non-correlated asset, a risk-off asset. Now, I don't believe that it'll trade as a risk-off asset in the next downturn, and I believe that it will probably still be correlated. There'll be hedge funds that will short Bitcoin to hedge their equity exposure or other TradFi asset exposure. But in my opinion, they shouldn't be, because, you know, I think of Bitcoin as a risk-off asset, as a form of insurance. Joe Colasare will tell me I'm wrong until the cows come home, and that's fine. He doesn't have to believe that it's a form of insurance. But as you know, I valued Bitcoin using credit default swaps on sovereign debt and was able to come up with a valuation of Bitcoin based on the debt metrics, the market that I had grown up with for 30 years, the debt markets. And everybody should know that the debt markets are far more important than the equity markets. They tend to get things and sniff things out earlier.
Over the years, Bitcoin has carved out a remarkable trajectory, instilling confidence in investors eager to predict its future. The flagship cryptocurrency has consistently adhered to its 4-year cycle, marked by halving events, solidifying its status in the market. With increased trust from both retail traders and institutional investors, Bitcoin stands on the brink of becoming a reserve currency for nations worldwide. Notably, Bitcoin's price performance has outpaced gold over time, despite gold's recent bullish breakout. Experts foresee a future where Bitcoin could facilitate the settlement of global national debts, which have ballooned to over $300 trillion. According to a popular crypto analyst, Ali Martinez, Bitcoin price is on the cusp of entering the next bullish phase that will yield a parabolic rally to the peak. The crypto analyst expects Bitcoin price to reach a cycle high of about $400,000 in this cycle based on the long-term power law, which has successfully predicted previous cycles. A similar narrative has been developed by Plan B's stock-to-flow (S2F) model, which suggests that a major bull run is on the horizon. According to Plan B, the largest gains of Bitcoin will be registered in the next few months, which will once again prove that the flagship coin is not a pyramid scheme, but a mathematical success.
Mm-hmm.
So it's amazing what BlackRock is saying. You know, there was a headline that I won't be able to say it verbatim, but they basically said BlackRock suggests owning Bitcoin as a hedge to the $35 trillion of debt, of U.S. debt, in case that shouldn't mature or roll over. And we've been saying that the whole time, right? Like, it's the debt spiral, the mathematics, you know, do the math. It's so simple when you see the metrics of the fiscal situation in the U.S., but also in every other G7 nation in the world, as well as all the other 200 countries that aren't in the top economies. Everybody runs the same playbook. So BlackRock saying it is extremely important. Did the price get to where we want? It's still a rounding error. You know, you can't look at what the next $10,000 fiat dollar move in Bitcoin is. Look out 5 years, and I believe that you'll be talking about, instead of $10,000 moves per day, or, you know, not per day, but cyclical, you'll be talking about $100,000 moves in Bitcoin. What is the next $100,000 move? So that's so important that you get an established player, world's largest fund manager, and Larry Fink on CNBC telling Jim Cramer, I was wrong. It's possible to be wrong. And then you change your view. So just looking at my notes here, I want to make sure that I say, what else has happened? Well, BlackRock has come around. But you know what's cool, Nat? Is that Jim Bianco came around as a Bitcoin investor. I believe because he was on your show. Now, I don't want to put words into his mouth, but I think you told me, yes, he believes in Bitcoin now. Well, a year ago, I'm pretty certain he did not believe in Bitcoin.
The cryptocurrency market, led by Bitcoin, will attract more liquidity in the coming months amid the ongoing global economic shift. Already 4 major global economies, led by the United States, Canada, the European Union, and China, have all initiated interest rate cuts to stimulate their respective markets. Meanwhile, the ongoing de-dollarization fueled by the rising dominance of the Bryce movement has significantly helped in the mainstream adoption of Bitcoin as a reserve currency. The success of MicroStrategy in El Salvador in its Bitcoin strategy has influenced other companies and countries led by Bhutan. And do not forget to subscribe to Bitcoin Zella. The most important news will reach your inbox on a daily basis and for free. I do not know why you have not subscribed yet. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more daily updates. Remember, knowledge is power, and we're here to empower you on your financial journey. Until next time, happy investing.